welcome to the news that broke glass, episode 14. My cat is enjoying herself on the couch. And we have got lots of stuff as always to talk about. And on Saturday night just passed, on the 5th of fucking June, I'm sorry if I look tired or if I sound tired. It is like 2 o'clock in the morning. I just had my first vaccination jag thing, and it's made me a little bit tired and made my arm a tiny little bit sore. But I'll push through for Deathmatch fucking wrestling. So TOS 6 happened, the Deathmatch Hall of Fame happened, and Zombie Walk happened. And to start with, for this show, I'm going to go through reviews and just talk to them all. I'm not going to do a review of the Hall of Fame. It was amazing, it was touching, it was good. It was good seeing Gene, good seeing Schlack and the boys talk about him. Good seeing Mondo, good seeing Edel Mack, good seeing Sage Sin, good seeing everybody. Just the show's only an hour. Yay. Nearly enjoyed it. I was very, very drunk when I watched the Hall of Fame, so I remember bits and bobs of it. I remember Sick Nick Mondo got given his Iron Man title from CZW. That he had to that he vacated when he retired, and he got his old belt back, which was nice. It was just a really good, heartfelt, nice show. But obviously, the main thing of the weekend was Tournament of Survival 6. Fucking 6. It was awesome. It was fucking awesome. I'm going to have to re-familiarise myself with the card for it, because I can almost remember off the top of my head, but just for little things. So, we open the show with Nick Gage. Nick Gage comes out and cuts a fucking promo, and this is one thing I will say, why a lot of people are saying this is the best Tournament of Survival. I would tend to agree, I would say, but then again, this is obviously looking at it from very new glasses. We go back and compare all the Tournament Survivals, but it was a fucking, right now, on a Thursday morning at 2 AM, it's my favourite Tournament of Survival. On June fucking 10th or whatever fucking day it is now. So we open with Nick Gage cutting a promo with Dewey. It was fucking great seeing Dewey. Love Dewey Donovan. He's my favourite manager. I met him in Atlantic City and Nick Gage. Bucket list moment for me to meet those two guys in 2019. But yeah, they came out, cut a promo on Matt Cardona, Zack Ryder, blah blah blah. Usual Nick Gage stuff, but just the fucking crowd. It's so nice to have a fucking awesome, hot, fucking packed, sold out crowd. I was looking on Cage Match, said it was 1,000. I'm sure Kevin Gill and stuff were saying it was over 1,000 people capacity in the carousel room at the Showboat. It was just the vibe and just the feeling of the crowd. It was just fucking awesome. Everybody chanting when Nick came out. It was on streamers and everything. It was so refreshing, so great to have crowds and stuff. And somebody was trying to speak to me about WWE Raw, and I thought, fucking, like, there's so much good wrestling going on right now, so much fantastic wrestling, deathmatch wrestling. You're like, why on earth would anyone in their right mind want to watch WWE? Fuck that. So, Nick Gage cuts the promo on Matt Cardona. Matt Cardona doesn't come out. He says he's going to fucking hunt him down, isn't he, Nelly? And he goes away. It was just 6 minutes of Nick Gage shouting and swearing and saying he was going to fucking cut him up with a pizza cutter and saying MDK all fucking day and good shit. Just a nice wholesome opening for the show. The first match was probably one of the longer matches of the night, was Effie against G Raver, and G Raver now uses light tubes and gets put through light tubes and takes light tubes. My god, like, I never ever thought we were going to see the day when G Raver was doing light tubes. There was always a thing when you saw G Raver like doing death matches and stuff, like they're obviously not going to use tubes because he doesn't want to use tubes. But he was using them, he was taking them, and he was going through them, and he was doing his fucking damnedest. So I don't know if this is just going to be for a tournament thing, or if he's back doing light tubes full stop, but it was fucking really good. Match was awesome. Fucking Effie was over as fuck. G Raver had druids, or whatever, guys in sort of black cloaks out with them. I'm trying to think of some of the bumps. There was, G Raver took out a bag of like chips, or crisps as we call them in the UK, and crunched them up and put them all over Effie's back and all the cuts. Effie did this sick dive from the apron to the floor like a senton bomb dive. It was like reminiscent of like the Great Sasuke when he was against Jimmy Lloyd at TOS 4, and it was through like a table or a board covered in like thumbtacks, and that was sick fucking bump. G Raver gave him like Effie had G Raver in like a powerbomb position, and G Raver gave him Meteor like right through a chair. I thought he died. It was a really good match. And G Raver won with the Meteor. Gave him one on the outside, gave him on the inside. G Raver wins. Great match, fantastic match. Really good. Effie's over as fuck. Like, I was kind of hoping Effie would win, but he didn't. But it's hey ho. Second match we had one called Manders against Atticus Kogar, my boy, in a bunkhouse death match. There was bales of hay, and there was a whip, and like a riding bridle thing, and there was like a skull, like a sort of ram, like a skull thing that you would find in the desert or whatever. All this stuff, but the main spot for this match was Manders kind of pump handle slammed, running power slammed Atticus Kogar into like a barbed wire net, and like a bit of it got caught in his nose, and that looked fucking scary. But he was okay, and the match finished with Atticus Kogar's headlock driver from the top through a board of barbed wire that's set up with hay bales for another board, and he won. Good, some light tube shots too. Decent match. Probably one of the weaker matches of the night, I would say, just because of the stipulation. Hay bales, you know what I mean? Interesting to look at, but not as good as the other ones. Next match was Nolan Edward against Orn Veit. Light tube Tokyo Deathmatch Towers. And these two boys kicked the fuck out of each other, slamming through these things and cannonballs through them. There was a bit where Nolan gave Orn a gory special into a board of fucking knives, and just the camera shot of it, and his face, and just going into the knives is fucking sick. And I cannot remember for the life of me what what Nolan did to win, but he won. My God, this vaccine thing makes you awfully tired, I tell you. But Nolan won. Sick match, awesome light tubes galore, blood and violence galore. It was fucking great. And the final first round match we had Bam Sullivan, who's my boy. I think he's awesome. I love him. He's just entertaining as fuck. Great heel. I'm sure he commented in the last video saying that like, yeah, he might lose to like Alex Colon and stuff, which I mean he did. But that match was fucking great. That was probably my favourite first round match. He took a light tube bundle that the minute Alex Colon got in the ring, what's the word for it? No, I've almost forgot there the word for introductions. No introductions for the match. Alex Colon just battered Bam Sullivan over the head with a big fucking light tube bundle, and then the match was on, and it was sick. There was light tube shots. There was fucking one of the sickest fucking spine busters. Bam Sullivan does a hell of a fucking spine buster. There was fucking Spanish flies. I'm gonna look so tired in this fucking video, but I don't give a fuck. Fuck it. And at the end of the match, Bam Sullivan kicked out of one of the Spanish fly, I think, the light tubes, and then he got hit with light tubes, and then Alex Colon like rolled him up with a very, very clever, like crafty pin, won. And it was great. The first round was awesome. First round, can't complain. And what was the next? There was a scramble match, 6-way scramble. Ninja Mac beat Calvin Tankman, Dante Leon, Dylan McKay, Jack Cartwheel, and Starboard Charlie. Match was good. Your usual scramble stuff. Calvin Tankman's the big man. All little boys are bumping around him, and just lots of like sick, like fucking side spinning 630s. And I just want to see a single match with Ninja Mac and fucking Jake Cartwheel. Flips and dives and cartwheels and spins and fucking spinal taps and all this. Fucking just flips and dives and everything, and Ninja Mac won at the end. So again, teensy weensy little botches here and there, but I mean they're doing like 18 flips in a fucking row. Like you know what I mean? It was breathtakingly amazing. It was really, really good. Crowd loved it. And we go on to probably one of my least favourite matches of the night, which is surprising considering who's in it. Akis Kogar defeats G Raver, and when I say least favourite, I don't mean it was bad. I just mean in comparison, when you base a match on a curve on the show, it was probably one of my least favourite matches. But the match itself was still fucking good. There was not a bad match on this tournament. That's why people are saying it's the best fucking tournament. TOS tournament. Akis Kogar beat G Raver. There was like a big board of gusset plates reminiscent of the Danny Havoc Masada gusset plate match and the Jun Kasai Masada gusset plate match, but like a massive big one. They were going out in the gussets. Lots of skewers, light tube shots and stuff like that. But the match ends with Jimmy Lloyd reveals himself to be one of G Raver's goons and batters G Raver in the head. And I think Akis won with a headlock driver. I did not take any notes for Tournament of Survival. I've just got the card written down on my phone. It's off the top of my head. I was mildly intoxicated when I watched it. Good match. And then we got to probably one of the best, second best match. My mistake. Second best match of the night. Alex Colon versus Nolan Edward in a Panes of Glass. Taipei Deathmatch. Gene's backstage. Hall of Fame winner Gene. Giving them the glue gun and all the glass in their fist. This was just a crazy fucking Panes of Glass match. Just sentons through the glass and dives through the glass and light tubes and just... There's a bit where Nolan Edwards got a bit of glass face and Alex Colon just bashes a fucking chair into it. Spanish flies through light tubes and glass and just... It was just sick. It was awesome. I mean, I think they could have maybe changed the stipulation up slightly because they did just have a Panes of Glass match at the last GCW show, just before Planet Death. I think it was it? I know, we like Panes of Glass, don't we, anyway? The last match they had in GCW. But that's me, a very, very minor nitpick. I mean, it's Panes of Glass. I fucking love it. I love both the guys. They did fucking amazing. You put them in a Panes of Glass match, it's going to fucking blow the roof off the fucking place, you know? And Alex Colon wins with the submission, almost the identical finish to the last time. Fucking Edwards is giving him the fingers, he's got him in the camel clutch. And we have our finals. But before we get to our finals, we have a match between Kit Osborn comes out, and we will go on to talk about Kit later on. I love fucking Kit Osborn, I think he should be a lot more fucking places. Anyway, Kit Osborn comes out and says he should be in GCW, and he fucking should be more often. He should be in GCW, give him the fucking mic, let him in the fucking ring. And then AJ Gray comes out with light tubes. A match lasts maybe about a minute and a half. AJ Gray gives him a fucking sick, like, rolling kick. Some light tube shots by Kit, and then just a sickening lariat by AJ Gray and pins Kit Osborn. Will you stop that? Eh? I will say earlier on in the match that Calvin Tankman hit Jake Cartwheel with this fucking elbow thing. It was disgusting. So yeah, it was just a little squash match, I assume, just to give the finalists some more time to prepare before the main event. In the main event, we had light tubes, we had no canvas, we had Panes of Glass. It looked fucking sick. Akis Kogar against Alex Colon. Who predicted the final? Me! Did I predict the right result? No. Also, Hall of Famer, he wasn't a Hall of Famer yet, but he was a Hall of Famer after this. Sick Nick Mondo comes out and brings out the trophy. Trophy's huge, nice looking trophy too. And Mondo comes out, stands in the ring, does the Mondo thing. I can't really even do it. And fucking stands Akis Kogar. He's kind of like right in front of the trophy, and in the shot it's kind of like, he should have been behind the trophy, but hey-oh. He is Sick Nick Mondo. And the match was fucking one of the best death matches of the year, of the last fucking 5 years or whatever. It was awesome. Brutal, violent. There's a bit where like Akis gets like a ring of like light tubes, like hula hoops, light tubes on the top, like reminiscent to JC Bailey against Kenta Kobayashi. Not Kenta Kobayashi, my Jesus Christ, I was looking at that ICW thing. Abdullah Kobayashi, sorry, against JC Bailey, that Tournament of Death. Putting that, there was fucking dives and light tube battles, and fucking the sickest spot where Akis gives Colon a kryptonite crunch from the ring, Some of the boards have been moved through 2 panes of glass straight to the floor. Sick fucking spot. There's headlock drivers and fucking German suplexes and Spanish flies and just, my Jesus Christ, those 2 fucking guys are awesome. 2 of the best in the world at deathmatch wrestling. And they fought each other, and Alex Colon put the fucking camel clutch thing on him, and Kogar faded away, and Alex Colon wins and 3-peats. I don't really like the term 3-peat, but I've got him behind it. I was chanting 3-peat in my house when I was drunk. So Alex Colon has done something unprecedented in deathmatch wrestling history. I don't think anyone's ever won 3 tournaments in a row. Certainly not tournaments of that stature and that importance. 3 fucking tournament survivals in a row. That's fucking, it's unheard of. I mean, Wife Beater won 2 in a row, then that was fucking 20 fucking years ago. Now, Alex Colon deserves it. Because Kogar deserved it too. His time will come. He is still a young man. Fucking Alex Kogar's only about 23, 24 years old. And I will say this, he looked fucking sick. Alex Colon had the fucking Nick Gage Bulls jersey on, where he nearly bled to death at TOD. Akis Kogar had like, his ring gear was white, which obviously is going to look a lot cooler with the blood and his little horns and stuff. It was a fantastic main event, and Alex Colon said he did it for Grant, for Danny Havoc, RIP Danny Havoc, and he did come out and leave to Danny Havoc's old, what's the name of that song by the Libertines. I don't like the Libertines, but I can appreciate it for Danny Havoc. I prefer Hungry Like the Wolf, but hey ho. And then that was Tournament of Survival, and I would give it 5 fucking stars. It was awesome. Start to finish, the crowd, Nick Gage, the first round matches, the non-tournament matches, the fucking finals, the semi-finals. There wasn't a bad match. There's some matches I didn't like as much as others, but every fucking guy did their fucking shit, and it was awesome, and everybody in the crowd fucking loved it. It was a phenomenal night of fucking wrestling, and a phenomenal night for deathmatch wrestling as well. And then the night after, we had GCW's Zombie Walk, and now this is one I will need to read the card for, because I was watching it. Right, so Tony Deppen beats Jack Cartwheel, great match. I'd probably say that's probably one of the best matches of the entire night. Love Tony Deppen, that Jack Cartwheel guy is really good. He does cartwheels and he's fast as fuck. That was good. AJ Gray beat Calvin Tankman. It was okay. I'm not going to give us much of an in-depth review because I was watching the show, but I was doing other stuff at the same time. Ninja Mac beats Lucky to replace Joey Janela, because Joey Janela's injured, so it was meant to be Joey against Ninja Mac, but Joey Janela said on commentary that they're going to do it at a later date. That match was awesome. It's Lucky, it's Ninja Mac, flips and dives and all sorts of shit. Great. Second Gear Crew and Levi Everett beat Boosie, Alicat, Effie and Everett Connors. This match was okay. It was just strange sort of teams. There was tables and chairs and things like that. Then we had a scramble with the Grim fucking Reefer. Can't wait to see him at Boardwalk Budz as well. Defeated Action Andretti, Devin Monroe, Dylan Mackay, Kevin Giza. Fucking good to see Kevin Giza from IWA Mid-South, and Marcus Mathers of H2O fame. There was a bit where Grim Reefer had a little joint, and he done a flip off the top at all the guys, and he still had the joint in his mouth. Good fucking times. Chris Dickinson beat Starboy Charlie. Great match. Chris Dickinson's awesome. Kicked the fuck at him. Starboy Charlie gave it his all. And then afterwards on the mic, Starboy Charlie was saying that Dickinson put him over and said, "Oh, if I was your age, if I was 18, getting the opportunities you were, you're a great professional wrestler, blah blah blah." And Starboy Charlie basically said, "Let's do this again, Dickinson." Woo. Next match, Jordan Oliver beats Dante Leon. I genuinely don't remember any of it. I might have actually went and made food, or got food, or something delivered. I can't remember. Jordan Oliver won. I don't remember much of that match. And then obviously the main event, we've got Nick Gage versus Jimmy Lloyd in a light tubes and Painsy Lass death match. This match was awesome until it ended. Jimmy Lloyd's great, Nick Gage is great. You put them both together, they're going to fucking kill each other. There's a fucking boot scrape through a pane of glass. But then at the end, one of the ghouls came out. before the Ghouls, G Raver came out and interrupted a pin that Jimmy Lloyd was going to get. And Jimmy Lloyd was going to win the GCW World Heavyweight title. And G Raver fucked him over, so they're continuing the storyline even further into the year now. It's like Tommy Dreamer and Raven. It will go on forever and ever. And Nick Gage was turned around. There was a ghoul in the ring, and he done the John Moxley weird sort of arm thingy. And everybody was like, oh my god, it's John Moxley, oh my god. And then he gave him the fucking DDT. And it turns out it was Zack Ryder. And he had a light tube and a belt, and he threw it down. And I thought, ugh. I understand people are saying this is going to bring publicity to GCW and new eyes to Deathmatch Wrestling. I get that. I understand that. I understand what they're trying to do. I just don't personally like Zack Ryder. I don't have anything against him as a person. I just don't really like his wrestling. He seems like a nice enough guy, but I'm against Nick Gage in a deathmatch. There's 7 billion people who'd rather watch Nick Gage fight in a deathmatch. And it's like what Mance Warner said at the Hall of Fame thing. Like, everybody looking outwards in on deathmatch wrestling ridicules it, belittles it, thinks it's fucking stupid, thinks it's retarded, thinks all these things, but the people in deathmatch wrestling are a family. So when people out with deathmatch wrestling come in, mainstream guys like that, you kind of think, is this just going to bring bad publicity to it? Because I think fucking GCW is doing alright without fucking Matt Cardona. You know what I fucking mean? Anyway, that was Zombie Walk, and Matt Cardona is going to be challenging for the GCW World Heavyweight title at GCW's Homecoming, which is at the Showboat on July 24th and July 25th. And I don't know which night that's going to be on. I assume it'll be the Saturday. But we have the little schedule for the homecoming shows. So 2 PM, we have JCW. And before I go on to talk about the rest of this, Ricky Shane Page is now a face, supposedly, in JCW. And he beat Crowbar, a man who hates deathmatch wrestling, and powerbombed him through a guardrail covered in light with a light tube bundle in it. Strange. But I assume Ricky Shane Page is playing the long game, be the baby face, get back into GCW, and then turn on Gage and turn into the biggest heel in the company again. I fucking hope so. Well, Atticus can man the fort. And they need to get fucking... Oh yeah, and another thing before I move on, there's a new fucking Eric Ryan t-shirt. Everybody go and buy that fucking shit. I just bought one. It looks fucking sick. Johnny Five live. Fuck yeah. Anyway, so JCW's on at 2 PM in the afternoon, the 24th. 8 PM GCW's Homecoming Part 1, and then on Sunday the 24th H2O are joining in the fun to run at noon on the 25th, and then at 5 PM GCW Homecoming Part 2, and as I mentioned, Zack Ryder, blah blah blah, and a death match maybe, who knows. Then we move into July. Before this happens, GCW's deathmatch guys are going to be going to Mexico. July 16th, GCW is against NGX, and I have no idea what that is. I know the abbreviation, I do not know what the company is called. I've heard of it before. But anyway, the guys going over to represent GCW are Schlack, who should have been in Tournament of Survival, Alex Colon, Nick Gage, and Jimmy fucking Lloyd. So I don't know if any match announced first, but I mean they're like 4 of the best deathmatch wrestlers in the company. And then on the 18th of July, so maybe they've got a day off to tour around Mexico, maybe, or maybe there's another show on the 17th that I don't know about. We've got one match announced so far for the Zona 23 versus GCW thing, which I think is Zona 23's 8-year anniversary, and it's Alex Colon versus motherfucking Siglope, which will be fucking awesome. Can't fucking wait for that. Now, even more GCW news. GCW, this was announced that WWE tried to trademark the Collective, if you remember that from last year. They have now cancelled their trademark of the Collective, so GCW now owns the Collective. Hooray! A victory for independent wrestling, I guess. Not that it fucking matters, you can call it anything you want. And more GCW news. So IWTV, the company that I pay £10 a month for, the home of H2O, the home of No Peace Underground, the home of several wrestling companies, mainly ICW No Holds Barred, is suing GCW for breach of contract, because GCW is meant to be on IWTV and run all their pay-per-views through them. Obviously they run them on Fight. It'd be much better if they ran them through IWTV, because it would save me a lot of fucking money every month. Seeing the amount of fucking shows that GCW's got in July, fuck's sake. Anyway, so they're saying that the damages are in the excess of $500,000. And the thing is that people are saying, oh, IWTV's trying to ruin GCW, blah 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 blah. I don't think GCW's that strapped for cash. I don't know what will happen with this. But I mean, GCW did sign a contract in the court of law that it looks in IWTV's favour, but I don't know too much about it. I'm not a lawyer. Anyway, speaking of ICW No Holds Barred, we have more fucking matches announced for Boardwalk Budz June 25th, 26th, 27th at the motherfucking Showboat in Atlantic City. PFX 7, which is June 25th, 8 PM in the Bourbon Room. We've got 2 matches, and both these matches could be matches of the fucking weekend for me. Casanova motherfucking Valentine against Ruben Steele. Dream match. It's probably happened before. And my god, non-title for some reason. I don't understand how Sadika gets a title shot, but Tank doesn't get a title shot. It's Tank against John Wayne fucking Murdoch. Non-title in the pit. I'm not saying that Tank would win. I'd love it if Tank won the North American Deathmatch Championship, but it's just curious as to why it's non-title. Anyway, the pit, the match that I'd said last week that I couldn't find the fucking graphic for, has just been announced. Maybe I dreamt it in some sort of fucking fever dream. So June 26th, 4 PM, Neil Diamond Cutter is facing Herzog. So maybe I dreamt it up, or I'm almost certain I did see it. Maybe I went mad. And NHB 13, June 26th, 8 PM. This is on the casino floor. Neil Diamond Cutter is going to be fighting Dale Patrick, so that's going to be fucking great. Love both those guys. Other thing I mentioned is Neil Diamond Cutter did a online sale thing. He was selling off his old gear, knee pads, gloves, shorts, and I bought his gloves and his knee pads because he wants to buy some new gear and wants some money. And so Neil Diamond Cutter's ripped up fucking gloves that he's had for since Insane 8. I now own, and I'm waiting Mr. Diamond Cutter to ship them to me. Love fucking Neil Diamond Cutter. And PFX 8, which is back in the Bourbon Room. This is on June 27th at 8 PM. We've got another 2 matches that look fucking awesome. Could be show stealers, could be weekend stealers. Dan Maff against Satu Jin. What the fuck? And Neil Diamond Cutter against Reed fucking Bentley. So ICW kicking it out of the park as always. And NHB 16, which is Indianapolis, this is July 10th, 8 PM. We've got another new match for that, which is Reed fucking Bentley versus the Bev. I love Bobby Beverly, he's fucking great. I assume this is based on the Showcase of Independence, because Bobby Beverly fucked over Reed Bentley pretty much to get Atticus the win. And moving on now, swiftly to No Peace Underground. They have got a new show announced for July 4th, Independence Day. So my god, there's going to be so much fucking wrestling. The show is called This Hell Is Home at the Soundbar. So we've got ICW at the fucking Bloodshed, we've got No Peace Underground, and we've got the fucking Onita show all on the same day. Awesome. And we've also got new entrants for the MV Young's Polyam Cult Twink Gauntlet of Death. If I could find them. Sorry, this is at the Soundbar on the 11th of July. At FA/Paro, Fear the Gay Agenda. So, we've got Jay Vidal. I don't know a lot of these people. I've probably seen them wrestle, but I'm not familiar with a lot of them. Heather Monroe, Kevin Blackwood, Satu Jin. Happy Satu Jin's there. Sawyer Wreck, I like Sawyer Wreck. And Kelsey Reagan, who I think is making her debut, so that's alright. And then we will quickly move on to heavy metal wrestling. And this is also going to be on June 12th this weekend. If I could fucking find the thing on my phone. So, they have got 3 shows, I will have time to watch 2 of them, so I'll just go over them. They are running 3 shows in one day at the Vibe and Events Center in Houston, Texas. So the 2 ones, I'm not going to cover the ones that I'm not watching, but I'll probably go over the results of it maybe next week. Anyway, Power Blood, this is at 8 PM. We've got Ruben Steele against Neil Diamond Cutter, a rematch from the No Peace Underground show. I nearly came in my fucking pants. Fucking love those 2 guys. They kick the shit out of each other. 2 of the best on the planet. When I said Alex Colon and Akis Kogar, that Neil Diamond Cutter and Ruben Steele could put on a match equal to fucking that any day of the fucking week. We've got Ricochet and Page against Great Scott. Don't know, this is what I'm saying. Heavy Metal Wrestling Texas, not familiar for a lot of these people. Not familiar with Great Scott, he's against Ricochet and Page. RSP's awesome, so it'll still be good. Casanova Valentine against Jeff Gant. Herzog, yeah, against Remedy. MV Young, who's the guy from the No Peace Underground thing, versus Delilah Doom, I like that name, Delilah Doom. Paro is against Dmitry Alexandrov. And Aaron Mercer, who's the guy who, the last sort of, I think it's quite well known heavy metal show, him against Ruben Steele in his first Deathmatch. Jesus Christ. This fucking visor's taking it out my fucking soul. There are no boards, glass, light tubes and stuff. He is against Akis Kogar, so that'll be fucking awesome. And then at midnight, they have Raza Unida. I don't know if I pronounced that right. I don't speak Spanish. Hyen versus Diamante. Sorry, Hyen versus Diamante. Prince Adam versus motherfucking Super Crazy. The insane fucking luchador. Lowrider versus Gino Medea. Sadika against Dan Math. The fuck? That'll be sick. ASF versus Dante Leon, who I've seen a few matches of now. At No Peace Underground and GCW. Juventude Arena versus Pistolizo. The way it kind of looks on this, it's like Psitloero. It's kind of like covered up with just the way that the poster is. And we've got Rakazo shit, basically a 6-man scramble match with lots of people in it that'll probably be good. So that's heavy metal wrestling, so looking forward to that. That's this weekend, so we've got Effie's Through the Gay Agenda, and we've got like 3 heavy metal wrestling shows. All on IWTV, all for your $10 a month. And maybe they'll put the price down of IWTV down from $10 if they beat GCW in that legal battle for the ages. Anyway, move on to talk about IWA Mid-South on a sour note. Now bear in mind this could all be a work, it is wrestling. So, Kit Osborn was announced as the 21st person in the King of Death matches. Then obviously at the weekend there, Kit Osborn lost to AJ Gray in about a minute and a half. So Ian Rotten posted a little thing saying, I may be from, I'll put it up here, blah blah blah, I'm from a time gone by in the land far away of Mordor and the Shire and whatever. And he basically said that the way Kit Osborn was treated and the way he lost means that he doesn't think he should be in King of the Death matches and has replaced him with Jeff Cannonball. Now, I like Jeff Cannonball. I probably say I like Kit Osborn better than Jeff Cannonball. I like both guys, they're both great wrestlers. But everybody's kind of going up in arms about this, but rightfully so, basically saying that it's wrestling, it's a work, this could be a work too. And people are saying that they want to boycott King of the Death matches for getting Kit Osborn. I mean, I'm not going to boycott it because I want to watch King of the Death matches, but it does seem very ridiculous that Ian Rotten's taken him out for that sole reason. What, because he lost a match to AJ Gray? Like Kit Osborn said, one of the biggest. AJ Gray just fought Nick Gage like a couple of weeks ago in the main event of a GCW show, and he gets beat by him, and now suddenly he's out of King of the Death matches. Fucking 95% of the people that are in King of the Death matches have lost matches. So it makes no sense. I assume it's just a work, but it's a pain in the ass. It's annoying for Kit Osborn because Kit Osborn is really fucking underrated. Really like Kit Osborn on the mic, in the ring, he's fucking great. So hopefully it is just a work and he just fucking attacks Ian Rotten and helps John Wayne Murdoch win that first round match. Not as if he'll need the help against Ian Rotten, but hey ho. And also the 22nd entrant in King of the Death Matches is Rebecca Payne, who was the 2008 Queen of the fucking Death Matches. Now, we will move on to ICW Milwaukee. So Insane 8's final entrant is Kit Osborn. ICW Milwaukee has basically said, we appreciate talent, blah 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 blah, and they've given Kit Osborn the final spot in Insane 8, which is on Sunday, August 29th. And he is going to be in the first round against Schlack, last year's winner of Insane 8. And who's going to win this fucking year? Fucking Neil Diamond Cutter. You better fucking believe it. He's getting all white fucking gear again. You better fucking win. Anyway, so Kit Osborn joins Akira, Alex Colon, Orn Veit, Neil Diamond Cutter, Schlack, Matthew Justice, and Mickey Knuckles. And which should be a great fucking tournament. And in some stranger news, ICW is presenting a show, ICW Milwaukee that is, keep it in Milwaukee. The Younger and the Restless is the name of the show. This is September 25th. And Drake fucking Younger is returning to ICW, who's a former world champion there, I believe. And they're basically saying that they're one of the first companies to book him, deathmatch companies to book him to wrestle. And a lot of people are excited. A lot of people, I think they were saying he's not going to do a death match, it'll be chairs and doors and tables and stuff. But a lot of people are excited to see Drake Younger. Obviously a lot of people aren't excited to see him because it's political, blah 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 blah. What I say is, I loved Drake Younger in 2007, like, until he went to WWE, even in WWE to start with, as a referee. I remember I saw him at WrestleMania, when it was Triple H and Stephanie against Angle and Ronda Rousey, and I was like, holy fuck, Drake Younger, reffing this fucking, like, massive marquee match. It's like, holy shit, fucking CCW champion. I remember when him and Danny Havoc were in Japan, and he got fucking syringes through his face and stuff. I remember when he was fighting brain damage. Like, I mean, everybody's got criticisms towards him for his political beliefs and stuff. I still say he's a good fucking wrestler, so who knows. One to keep an eye on for sure. And finally, on this extra long edition of the news that broke glass, Carnage Cup 12 has officially been announced, and it is going to be live on Fight at the VFW Complex Fairgrounds in Charlton, Georgia, on Saturday the 9th and 10th of October. So Carnage Cup, IWA Deep South, everybody's got their opinions. I'm still going to fucking watch it. I still like me a bit of Carnage Cup. First two entrants, we have the motherfucking Diamond Cutter, NDC, and number 2 is Chu Martinez. So Carnage Cup, Drake Younger, what the fuck's going on? Anyway, that is it for this episode. This will probably be out now on a little bit earlier than it has been in the past few weeks. But anyway, thank you for watching, as always. Oh yeah, and we did hit over to 700 subscribers. So thanks everybody for appreciating me just making fucking wrestling videos and talking shit about deathmatch wrestling. I fucking highly appreciate it. I might not look like it now because I'm tired and visored out my face. But thank you. And as we say on the news that broke glass, no deathmatch, no life.